Today we're going deep into weight loss and hormones, fixing the menopause issue that will plague every single female in her lifetime, considering that you can't escape it. But if you approach it correctly, you don't have to struggle. There are women who approach and sail through menopause without the weight gain, without the raging hormones, the hot flashes, the mood swings, because they understand something that you don't. The good news is you don't have to experience the nasty side effects of menopause either. I've helped hundreds and hundreds of women lose the weight, rid the belly, keep it off, and build a banging body that they feel damn good in naked. So in this video, not only am I going to educate you on hormones and how they impact your fat loss journey, I'm going to give you my 6-step fat loss blueprint that will work regardless if you're in perimenopause, menopause, have PCOS, or struggle with insulin resistance. The problem with hormones is that it's nearly impossible to get help from your MD or family practitioner, as most of them are gaslighting you. The harsh reality is that your PCP is not trained in hormones, nor do they have any clue how to optimize them. Optimal, not normal hormones are going to drive our success in menopause. Most doctors won't even run labs because hormones are always fluctuating. And yes, they fluctuate, but that doesn't mean they should not be optimized. And if they do run labs, they're very incomplete at that. So basically, your doctor is telling you to accept the fact that you're going to go to your grave, never loving your body again a day in your life and feeling like complete and total rubbish. I call bullshit. Sorry, doc. I've debunked this myth more times than I can even count. So let's chat about 4 signs that you've hit perimenopause without having to have labs done. And if you are experiencing any of these symptoms, it is crucial that you're working with a coach or a provider that can treat symptoms, not labs. These symptoms can start as early as your mid-30s. So if you have any sort of fat loss goals, awareness around this is key. Tall tale sign number 1, insomnia. Sleep feels damn near impossible, but more so that wired and tired feeling. A decrease in progesterone and estrogen can throw your sleep out of whack. Sign number 2, you're anxious and irritable AF. You don't really have a reason to be, you can't pinpoint it, but it feels like you have no control over it. And this is a combination of hormonal and physical changes. Let's be honest, menopause belly can be soul crushing. There's a level of irritability there, especially when the belly appears in what feels like overnight. Sign number 3, brain fog. It's just cloudy upstairs. And yes, this is due to hormonal changes and the fact that you're not sleeping. Are you starting to see that everything is so interconnected here? Sign number 4, and the most common that I hear, unexpected weight gain. Nicole, I swear to God, this 20 pounds appeared out of nowhere. I have not changed a damn thing, and it doesn't matter what I do, I can't get it off. What most doctors don't understand is that menopause acts and mimics a lot of the same symptoms as an autoimmune disease. A functional and strategic approach optimizing hormones has to be taken here. I would be willing to bet, now having worked with hundreds and hundreds of women to optimize their hormones, these are probably the top common symptoms that you're experiencing. Now, let's go to school really quick because knowledge is power and you can't change what you don't know. So stick with me while I explain the science of what's actually going on with your hormones that not even your PCP understands. Hormone number 1, progesterone. And this is typically the first hormone that starts to decline as we hit perimenopause. Think of it as nature's Xanax. It is your calming hormone and typically peaks in the second half of your cycle. Progesterone balances estrogen. It's the yin to the yang. It is crucial in keeping you calm and chill and preventing those all too common mood swings. Low progesterone means more anxiety, shitty sleep, and irregular periods. And when progesterone plummets, you're riding that emotional roller coaster that you can't seem to get off of. Hormone number 2, estrogen. It starts to fluctuate in perimenopause and really starts to decline in menopause. But this hormone is more than just reproductive health. It affects our body fat distribution, our mood, and even our skin health. Not enough estrogen leads to mood swings, weight gain, especially around the belly, and hot flashes. And I'm sure many of you have heard the term estrogen dominance. And that's not because estrogen is too high, but typically because progesterone is too low. Remember, estrogen and progesterone go hand in hand, the yin to the yang. Hormone number 3, cortisol, aka our stress hormone. When you're stressed AF, that can impact everything from your weight to your sleep. Too much cortisol can lead to belly fat, insulin resistance, and chronic fatigue. Chronic stress overworks your adrenal glands, which leads to adrenal fatigue. And yes, that's a real thing, even if doctors want to debate it. And high levels of cortisol will destroy your sleep and your recovery if you let it run wild. Hormone number 4, insulin. the fat storage hormone. When you're insulin resistant, your body doesn't utilize glucose effectively, leading to weight gain and more belly fat. Insulin resistance is linked to visceral fat gain, the fat around our organs, and is commonly seen in women with PCOS and hyperthyroidism. Fixing insulin sensitivity means managing blood sugar and lowering visceral fat, which is done by managing nutrition, exercise, and hormone optimization. Hormone number 5, thyroid hormones, T3 and T4. Active and inactive. Your thyroid is the master of your metabolism. You, girlfriend, want a metabolism that's on motherfucking fire. When thyroid hormones, especially T3, are low, so is your ability to burn fat. Side note, most providers, when they run labs, only test your T4, your inactive thyroid, not T3 or even reverse T3. So they put you on a medication like Synthroid, which addresses the symptoms, not the root. And if your body can't convert T4 into T3, you're still gonna feel like trash. Plentiful amounts of T3 is where the magic happens. Again, and I will say this until I am blue in the face, but this is why it is so crucial that you are working with somebody who truly understands hormones. Most doctors aren't even pulling the correct labs. Hormone number 6, testosterone. Yes, ladies, we need testosterone in plentiful amounts. It is crucial for muscle growth, fat loss, and libido. And yes, women with PCOS may have elevated testosterone, but it is insulin resistance that's driving the issue. Balance testosterone and you'll see improvements in fat loss, energy, and sex drive. Hormone number 7, melatonin, the sleep hormone. If you're struggling to get enough sleep, it's probably a combination of low progesterone and low melatonin. Low melatonin not only impacts sleep, but brain health, mood, and fat storage. Come here, lean in. I need you to really understand what I'm saying right now. Sleep is a foundation for hormone optimization. I need you to prioritize the fuck out of it. So there's your hormone education. But now let me show you how the fat loss blueprint works. But look, if you'd rather be and put in a body bag, swung against a tree, then watch another video on how weight loss really works, and you want to get your hands on my proven method that works every single time, my application is linked below. But if you're still not convinced, don't worry, keep watching. I've helped hundreds and hundreds of women lose the weight, regardless of perimenopause, menopause, insulin resistance, or PCOS. Teen Becoming Hers method works every single time when implemented correctly. It worked for Michelle, going through menopause, who lost over 40 pounds, convinced she had dead hormones. It worked for Lisa, who, even despite insulin resistance, managed to lose over 20 pounds. And it's worked for Amy, and Sandy, and Ariel, and hundreds of women just like you. And no, it's not a weight loss drug or another restrictive diet. And girlfriend, if you can't even eat ice cream without extreme guilt and becoming the psycho that's running 10 miles the next day just to burn it off, you're doing this whole fitness thing wrong. So let's dive into the simple 6-step blueprint. Step 1, we need to calculate your calories. I want you to take a realistic goal weight and times that by 12. This is the amount of calories that we are going to average over time. Plus or minus 100 calories. We are not looking to be perfect. We're looking to be really damn consistent. And when I say realistic, I don't want you taking yourself back to your high school weight. Give yourself a goal that feels manageable. Remember, we can always adjust these numbers as we reach our goals. Step 2, we need to calculate our protein. It is crucial on so many levels. 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. The leaner you are, the closer to the full gram you need to be. If you have more than 50 pounds to lose, 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of realistic goal weight. So, for example, if you're 150 pounds, you're gonna aim for 105 to 150 grams of protein every single day. And before you come at me, Nicole, I can't possibly eat this much protein, that's way too much. Girlfriend, I will die on this hill. But eating enough protein is not hard. You are just not prioritizing it. And if you are struggling to get enough protein in, I have more resources on protein than I know what to do with in my private community, which is completely free and linked in my bio. And let me address this piece of it because I know somebody's gonna ask in my comment section, Nicole, what are your thoughts on protein shakes? A protein shake a day? Totally fine. But girlfriend, if your day looks like 3 protein shakes, 2 protein bars, and a bag of Quest chips, Houston, we got a problem. 80+% of your day really does need to come from single ingredient protein sources. Any sort of meat, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, eggs, egg whites are some of my personal favorites. And yes, I personally use a scoop of protein powder a day because I love the taste of it. My favorite protein is Legion, Legion, legion.com. Code REVAMP, REVAMP will save you 20% off of your first order. Cake batter, apple pie, cookies and cream, and chocolate peanut butter, are some personal favorites around here. So far within our blueprint, we have calories, realistic goal weight times 12, protein with the calculation that I just gave you, but no, I do not want you obsessing over carbs and fats. Wherever they fall, they fall. It has been proven time and time and time again, it does not matter when it comes to fat loss. Calories, protein, which leads me to step 3, fiber. Because girlfriend, if it's not moving, you're not losing. I want you aiming for at least 25 grams of fiber day in and day out. And no, you should not need a fiber supplement if 80+% of your day is coming from single ingredient whole food sources. Some of my personal favorite fiber sources: oats, berries, avocados, chia seeds, black beans, which leads me to step 4, mindful movement, aka walking. It is so mother effing underrated. Walking is one of the biggest levers we have to pull when it comes to fat loss, and you, girlfriend, are about to prioritize the fuck out of it. But to do this, I need you to meet yourself where you're currently at. I need you investing in some sort of tracker if you don't already have one: a Fitbit, an Apple Watch, an Oura Ring. I want you to run that bad boy on autopilot for a week. I then want you to get an average step count, and we're simply going to increase from that average. So if you're averaging 4,000 steps a day, we're going to move that up to 4,500. Master that. And when I say master that, I mean day in and day out, you're hitting that step goal. Not just when it's new or it's fun or it's exciting, you are consistently hitting that number from 4,000 to 4,500 up to 5,000. And realistically, we're going to want to fall somewhere in the 8,500 to 10,000 step range daily. And yes, to hit your step goal, that means you're going to have to prioritize your movement daily. Some easy ways to do this: get up a half hour earlier to get some steps in. Invest in a walking pad. Get some steps in after meals. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Park farther away from the grocery store. All of these things add up, which leads me to step 5, strength training. Ladies, it is a non-freaking negotiable. I need you lifting heavy shit multiple times a week and putting it back down. Adding more muscle to your frame is not only the key to a banging body that you feel damn good and naked, but effortless fat loss. It is the only way that you're going to lose the weight and actually be able to keep it all. Adding more muscle to your frame is the key to increasing your metabolic capacity. It is going to combat falls, breaks, tears, osteoporosis as we age, and is quite literally the missing link to your success. But again, I need you meeting yourself where you're currently at. If you're new to strength training, 3 full body days a week is going to work wonders for us. I need you following a properly built strength training program focused on progressive overload, tracking your training to ensure that you're getting stronger. I can assure you, if you are progressively getting stronger over time, your nutrition is in check, you are adding muscle to your frame. If you are confused on the concept of progressive overload, as implementing this correctly is crucial to your success, I have a completely free masterclass that I did on this topic. If you want a copy of that, shoot me a message over on Instagram. I'm pretty cool. You should be following me over there anyways. nickisfit.nic.fit that says progressive overload training, and I'll send you a copy. And last but not least, step 6. I need you prioritizing your sleep and managing your stress. And no, it's not the sexy, glamorous side of fat loss, because it's not the instant quick fix, so your favorite fitness influencer isn't talking about it nearly enough because it doesn't pad her pocketbook, but it drives your success. I mean, think about it. If you're exhausted AF and your stressors are through the roof, do you think your body's gonna want to show up to do the damn thing? Probably not. I have seen lack of sleep and stress management quite literally halt fat loss. Implement a system, put some sort of nightly routine in play, but prioritize it. Consistently implement these 6 steps with accuracy and watch your body transform. You can come back and thank me later. Now, back to the medical system for a second. Just because somebody has a few letters before their name doesn't mean they know what they're talking about when it comes to fat loss. Click the video below where I talk about this.